Before I start my report, may invite everyone to please stand and bow our heads for a short prayer. Amen. Thank you. You may now take your seat. Good morning, everyone. So today, I will discuss three groups of worms under the animal kingdom: Phylum Platelmintis, Phylum Nematoda, and Phylum Annelida. Each of these groups has unique characteristics, and they can either be harmful or helpful to humans and the environment. Let us begin. So first, let's talk about Phylum Platelmintis, or the flatworms. The name comes from the Greek words platis, meaning flat, and helmis, meaning worm. They have flat, soft bodies. They already have digestive, nervous, excretory, and reproductive systems. Some are free-living while others are parasitic, living inside plants, animals, and even humans. There are three classes of worms. First is class Trematoda. These are parasitic flatworms. Second is class Cestoda. These are also parasitic worms, but they live in the intestines Taenia. And third is class Turbellaria. These are mostly free-living flatworms, not parasitic. For instance, tapeworms are found in the cattle and pigs. If people eat undercooked meat, the worms can also live inside humans. This is why proper cooking and sanitation are important. Next is Phylum Nematoda, the second group of worms, also called the unsegmented roundworms. The word comes from the Greek nematos, meaning thread, and helmis, meaning worm. They are long, thread-like worms. Their bodies are not segmented. They are extremely abundant. You can find them in soil, fresh water, salt water, and even inside plants and animals as parasites. Examples: Ascaris, a large parasitic roundworm that lives in the intestines of humans, pigs, and horse. Other examples: Necator and Trichinella. The third one is Phylum Annelida, or the segmented roundworms. The word Annelida comes from the Latin annulus, which means ring. These are called annelids, or segmented worms, because their bodies are divided into many ring-like segments. These segmentations make it easier for them to move, burrow in soil, or swim in water. They can live in fresh water, marine water, and soil. Classes of worms. First is class Polychaeta. These are mostly marine worms with a well-developed head. They usually have bristles or appendages that help them move. Example: Nereis, a marine worm. Next is class Oligochaeta. These include worms that live in soil or fresh water. They have a poorly developed head. Example is Lumbricus, which is the common earthworm. Earthworms are very important because they loosen and fertilize the soil, making it better for plants. And next is class Hirudinea. These are the leeches, which are parasites with sucker at one or both ends in their body. They suck blood from humans or animals. An example is Hirudo, a medicinal leech sometimes used in medicine to improve blood circulation.
Thank you for listening.